Councillor Akhtar.
Mr. Mayor, I was only 20 years old when I arrived in this country in 1999. I had to quickly get accustomed in busy life in London, and before I moved to London, I have never even left my own city where I was born, let alone Pakistan as a whole. As you might be aware, Pakistan is a Muslim-majority country with nearly 96% identifying as part of the same faith, which is why it also will not surprise you that the concept of Islamophobia was entirely alien to me. But this quickly changed after the tragic events of 9/11. It suddenly felt as though the world's view of Muslims has changed dramatically. You can imagine my state of confusion at that moment, but I was very fortunate to have the friends who I met in England who were incredibly proactive in making sure that I wasn't made to feel as alien as the world media at the time wanted Muslims to feel. Many a time they had intervened in conversation where there were clear undertones of Islamophobia, and for that I'm still grateful to them. But of course, there couldn't always be a safety net. In 2015, both my wife's and my cars were vandalized with disgusting Islamophobic remarks. Until you experience something like this, it is hard to understand how your mind will go into your safety mode to start to worry for your family's well-being. But at the same time, Mr. Mayor, I am proud of the country and society where I live because this country has given me the life and respect which I could have only dreamt when I was a child in Pakistan. Mr. Mayor, as per the Home Office data published in March 2023, of instances where the religion of victim was recorded, 2 in 5 of all religious hate crimes offences were targeted against Muslims. Muslims have in fact remained especially vulnerable to religiously motivated hate crime offences. In the year ending March 2021, 45% of all recorded religious hate crimes offences in England and Wales were against Muslims as well. While it saddens me to state these statistics, there is still another monster under the bed with persistent cases of anti-Semitism we are seeing year on year. The recent stats for anti-Semitism in the last 2 months are extremely concerning. I strongly condemn the recent anti-Semitic attacks on families in Guildford, and I believe everyone should be allowed to live peacefully and practice their religions without harassment or fear. Anti-Semitism must always be loudly called out, but we cannot conflate this with holding Israeli governments to the same standards as other liberal democracies. Whilst we will not be able to change the opinion of devotees, we owe it to our residents to try and eliminate misconceptions wherever possible. My belief is that both Islamophobia and anti-Semitism stem from the lack of community cohesion and integration. When we fail to take an interest in each other's belief and cultures, we open the door to misunderstanding and distance. I've been involved in a project called Mosque Open Day, where the mosque throughout the country has opened their door to non-Muslims and where they were allowed to come and observe our mosque and prayer halls. I was shocked to see the lack of knowledge the public held about Muslims and the many misconceptions they had believed their entire adult life. I personally witnessed a change in mindset amongst those who had never stepped foot in a mosque, and it was quite remarkable. To conclude, Mr. Mayor, I believe that in fight against Islamophobia and anti-Semitism, we must stand together in solidarity. We must educate ourselves first and then take on the duty of informing others, fostering understanding and empathy. And at the same time, I strongly believe that this motion is a very, very balanced motion, which is targeting the both major issue which our country is facing of Islamophobia and anti-Semitism. So I will strongly support this motion today. Thank you very much.